Hi everyone, how are you all doing? It's good to be back, and even better to have you back. I just want to say a massive thank you to my international fans, particularly the USA. Came from absolutely nowhere and stole the show. Thank you so much. And once again, T-Nux on tour.
Up the T-Nux!
So here it is. It's called Lake View. It's in Faircroft. It's not very deep at this side. They call it the canal side. It's about 2 feet. I managed to find about 2.5 feet at the first leg of that bridge. So that was my first aim to go to, really. Let's see what's in it. Okay, now that we're back down to earth, I've started off at the bridge, because as I was plumbing up all along there trying to find where the depth was, because it really is shallow over this side, I kept hitting fish with a plumb. So I thought, well, obviously I know there's loads of fish there, so that's where I'm going to start. A few of the anglers had told me you're better off not starting there, you're better off going round, you know, dobbing across the other side first before you go there, but it's the first time I've ever been. I don't mind if I don't particularly get anywhere. I just want to get an idea of what kind of fish are in it, what we're looking at, and then I can kind of gauge what's going to be my best tactic from there. So as you can see, I've had a couple of smaller fish, little F1s, but at this point no one's particularly catching much, so I'm really happy with that. Just got a couple of maggots on, and I've cad cupped some white maggots in with it, just to see if I can tempt anything onto it. Obviously the fish are there, so I've not put many maggots in, just a few. And here we are. I've had a few on already. This is the third fish. I'm on a double number 5 Preston slip elastics, the stuff that's £2.99 / £3. Brilliant, my favourite winter elastic. I did envisage that some of these fish are going to try and go around the legs of the bridge and go through that bridge, and with it being shallow, they're not really going to go downwards. They've nowhere to go down to. They're going to fly out like torpedoes. So I knew I had to be ready, and luckily this elastic, with it being a double 5, if I really need to turn the power on, I can, because it will turn into a 10 as that elastic gets stretched more and more. So I felt like I got a really good setup, 16 hook, no messing about. It is a fine wire hook, but in the winter the fish don't fight too hard, so I wasn't too worried, to be honest. Looks like I've got something better on at the moment. So while I'm playing this fish, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. I've got lots of videos. I'm planning to make a lot more this year, and I really don't want you to miss out. So hit the subscribe, and if you haven't liked it already, Jesus, come on, press the like button. I'm looking for 400. My last video's got 311 at this point. I know we can do 400. Please, 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 for the love of God, hit the like button. Thank you so much. Look at the size of that beauty. Simply lovely. So here is a better look at the float that I'm using. It's super stable with that wire stem. Absolutely love these. You see them in a lot of my videos, and it's doing the trick today. So I've barely lifted into that. I think it had already got it in its mouth before I'd struck. I was basically lifting it to move it a little bit, and I've hooked one. So I know a little bit over depth there, so that was something I've been mindful of. The depths did really change where this bridge had obviously been put, where the foundations must have been dug out and whatever. So I knew there would be places where I would be over depth and maybe some places where I'd be slightly under. F1s, they're notorious for feeding in all sorts of depths. They're not necessarily bothered about being on the deck. They will just take it as it's going through the water and things like that. So I weren't bothered about not being completely on the deck in certain areas. I knew I'd still get bites, but it's something I was actually, mindful of. If the bites did slow down, maybe I was over an area where I was maybe too deep there. So I did have to keep moving it about. As you can see, these fish, they're not digging their heads down. They're not trying to go to any depth because there isn't any. They can only fly out. Exciting. I mean, in the winter you feel like you're having a really good battle, which is nice. It's a cracking venue so far. I'm really impressed by it. It is a venue I'm going to keep going back to. It's something that I really want to get the hang of, this place. I don't want to move on until I feel like I've got a good idea and maybe get a couple of match wins there if possible. But it's not too far away from where I live as well, which is bang on. The bloke that owns it seems really nice. The anglers that were there, cracking banter, which is really important, especially at a new venue where you're going to. Some places can be a bit cliquey. I have to say this is definitely not one of those. Everyone seemed really lovely. Good laugh from minute one. And if you've never been, something I would, it's a place I would recommend to go to. Like I say, it's at Faircroft Lakeview Fisheries. So get yourselves down, have a go. The other side to me is much wider than this. It's probably about 25 to 30 metres to the island. It's got a bit more depth. That's about 3.5 feet there. And there's lots and lots of big skimmers in it. I knew the skimmers probably wouldn't be in this shallow part, but equally I thought there might be some good carp here, so I weren't too disappointed when I drew this side, but I must admit I did want to be on that other side. So I've managed to get a nice carp here, an absolute banger. And when people aren't really catching around you, apart from the chap I've just looked at there, this is a really good bonus fish. Mentally, it can get to other anglers as well. It can make them change their plans, often for the benefit of me. So these fish really do make a big difference in the winter. So it's important you don't lose them. So your balance has to be bang on. So this is like a 4 pound up length. I know it seems a bit big, but if you get a bonus fish like this, you don't want to lose it. Otherwise, what's the point in hooking it in the first place? So right hook, right elastic, right gear throughout. I'm not pulling on the puller. In the winter time, especially on light elastics, I like to just let the elastic do its job. I don't mind taking a bit longer playing that fish. Just make sure you get it out. I've really let this clip play out. I wanted you to get an idea of just how hard these fish were fighting. This day was super cold. I mean really cold. You can hear me throughout the video like blowing my hands. So considering it was really cold and I'm in a really shallow part of the lake, I could not believe just how hard these fish were fighting. So if you do come here, prepare yourself for a battle. Now the flip side to this is obviously when you've got nets, you can see them there. That's a great thing for a fish to get wrapped round. So you've got to be mindful of that. Try and keep them away from your nets. I've also got the bridge there, which has got bridge legs. Got to keep them away from that. I mean, this is a good fish. Look at the size of this beaut. What a banger. Compared to the size of the F1s I've been getting, this is an absolute monster. And in winter fishing, it's these monsters that make such a big difference to your weight. So yeah, at this point, I'm absolutely buzzing. I feel like I've got a lot of things right. I'm going to try another line now. This is my slapper float that I use in a lot of my videos. I'm going to use it for dobbing. So here we are then, rig number 2. Let's try and dob some carp from the other side. Now it's super shallow at that other side, and I'm only fishing literally 1 foot deep. It's probably even shallower than that. Doesn't matter if it's laid on there, it doesn't matter, the fish will creep up and, you know, collect the maggots if they have to. When you are dobbing, really you're trying to catch them through the water, but as you can see here, I waited there probably 15 to 20 seconds. You usually would get them before that when you're getting them through the water, but like I said, if it's laying on the deck there and it just happens to be that shallow, it is what it is, it doesn't matter. But this is a much better quality fish. This is what we're looking for. These are your match winners. So when you're dobbing, you're literally just trying to find some shallow water, let the maggots slowly go through the water, and you hope that a fish takes it on the drop. They are often really good sized fish. I've never really dobbed with maggots. I tend to use bread punch, but you're not allowed to use bread here, so that was not an option. I know a really good angler called Steve Npeg Robbo. He just won our Teen Up Winter League this year, and he is really good at dobbing with maggots. That's the benefit of fishing with lots of different anglers that have got really great skills. You pick up a thing or two, and I know he likes to use 2 maggots. So I thought, well, if it works for him, why not give it a go? So this length of this rig is just under the full length of my top kit, though a lot of times I will have it the full length of the top kit. What that allows me to do is keep my pole away from the fish, so I'm not spooking him, but introduce a bait in front of him. And because my pole is not spooking him, they're more confident in going to that bait and putting it in the mouth, which is always a bonus. So a bit of zoomage, we like a good bit of the old zoomage of Rooney. Fish on. These fish did fight really hard. I had to edit these videos down quite a bit because they just would not stop pulling. Like I said, if you want great entertainment in the winter, this is a really great venue to come to, I must admit. You are going to be seeing a lot more of this place on my channel, as well as some other venues. But this is one that's definitely, you know, caught my eye. I'm a sucker for hard fighting carp. There's not many places that have them. Lodge Farm has incredibly hard fighting carp. Lowfield Lakes does, and this appears to be one as well. I love the challenge they represent. Yeah, this is putting up a lovely scrap, trying his hardest to get off. But I'm holding on.
Get your bloody head up, lad. It's a nice fat carp.
Again, an absolutely cracking carp. Exactly what I needed this time of the match. Dobbin's been fantastic for me at the moment. I mean, I went on to this line purely because the fish at the bridge had completely either gone away or backed off further underneath that bridge. And I worked my way up and down the length of that bridge to see if I could find any, and the fish were getting really small. And I knew that that just was not going to get me anywhere. So for the last few hours, this is what I did. Just dobbed along this bank. I'm at the 13-metre butt there. But obviously I do have a length on there, which is the length of the top kit as well.
You know, you're in disbelief that
if I'm fishing straight in front of me, I'm not fishing to the right. It's probably only about 11.5 metres across, to be honest.
This is my first bite.
But the new pole I'm using, the Browning Sphere PT, absolutely amazing. Cost an arm and a leg.
Either. Not even a clue,
However,
even a fish there and then wallop.
I absolutely love it. Very responsive. which has come in really handy for this kind of fishing. I mean, any pole would be alright for this length, don't get me wrong, but you just feel like you're not going to miss a bite.
I needed
so
that because Danny's
it
had
come
some
in.
nice skimmers.
It was nice to give it a go, actually. You know, a proper strike with it and see how it handles, and it were great. But another great fish again. So as you have seen, I've fished on the deck underneath that bridge, and I've had one good carp, loads of little ones, but much better fish dobbing across. Let's see how we all got on.
What do you think?
Smile then.
Can't is a Wednesday for. Can't smile at minute.
Baggers. That's fish better spreading out, isn't it?
It's not size, is it?
Well.
Yeah, I think everyone's had a few.
Any good, Al? No.
He'll have
I've
found
had a
some.
I ain't going.
I've lost 5 carp.
You're joking.
One's dropped me.
What, at net?
The one's dropped me at, well, it's pulled out at net, and pole float's gone straight through number 2 section.
No.
Blooming hell.
What, on Brock section?
What, tip at floor?
Been embedded in section.
Oh. Will it take a
It's
rod?
alright, because I can just chop it back. It's only done it like 3 inches now from tip. Gone straight through number 2.
Fish better than last week, Al?
Oh, hell's better. Yeah, we had 2 skimmers last
Because
week.
it's been pegged out, right?
Yeah.
I don't get why I'm all there.
Yeah. They're in there, so it's very there. Nice end,
They're
isn't it?
going to
Yeah, yeah.
But they're not showing as much. As soon as they start. They're lovely, them, aren't they? I've just had a f***ing eye full of scale, I think.
Don't brag about it.
21-14.
Well done, mate.
Picture.
Danny, they've all bagged down here. So I'm assuming you've bagged up as well.
I've had a good go, mate. It's fun the first time, but it took me a while to figure
Yeah.
it out.
It's like a different world over here.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Compare that canal completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, you got to make most of it in
Yeah,
the first
that's
couple
it.
of hours, cause they'll.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you land on the bigger carp,
Yeah.
you're not too bad like I have today, luckily. But I don't think I've got 28.
I've not got much. I'll be lucky if I've got £15.
18-11.
I'd say we would have
Lost
about
one late on,
18.
we should have been alright, a good one, bullying it. But, way it goes, isn't it? Fish a lot better though, hasn't it? Yeah.
Be close, Danny boy. Between me and you for nuggets.
Got another net, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
Nice skimmers them, aren't they? Lovely skim bobs.
Skimmers are brilliant, aren't
Right
Yeah,
now.
I seen that earlier. I ain't caught
I think you might have got more than me, dear Danny boy.
We're only on about that this morning. $24.8.
Oh, well done, Danny. Dad's got more than me, Danny.
24-8, yeah?
Squeaky bum time now.
He's definitely got more than me there. Well done, Danny. He's always on fish, that lad.
Yeah, I don't mind.
They don't, Al.
I've got some hard, but not
Just weigh him and stop telling lies. Same as Russ has done alright and all, haven't
A new box, that?
I started foul looking and I thought, wow, foul
they?
looking.
What about carp? First one you got?
About 4.
Oh, please, fuck said £8, didn't he?
About 4 or 5. 4 hours foul looking these, and I looked at the photo about that much all day.
Hold it speed and everything and all, it's still fish. It's been a massive.
Oh, is that your silver fish now?
Yeah. So shallow. Next week that'll show a difference. We'll be fishing -4, won't it?
Where'd you get these from? Ledger?
What?
Some stock
For the carp.
No.
you are, oh.
West side farm.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably be good for that.
Show it ones these. Yeah, this.
We've got to be careful. 18-2.
Ooh, wow.
That's poor start. It's a long start.
Is it called Neil or Neil?
Too close, he wanted another one, didn't they? Reggie.
Check it out.
Right.
You know when we had it messing again?
No.
He told me not to put another fish in, so do not put more fish in.
He's winning, 28-14.
Got another liar here.
Yeah, that's been banging out the rough.
Oh,
What, too calm?
we've been on the wrong side today, haven't we, mate?
All like that. That's like, yeah.
This is, it
These
swings
are-
and roundabouts with it, but usually that bridge fishes
Yeah.
keep
I don't
them
want
steady
the
through
bridge.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want the bridge.
Yeah, I've had a few in first hour, but
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah. Starting to show a lot better now, aren't they? Well, they have this week.
oh, I love them.
Still cold and all, isn't it?
Yeah, what a reason.
I'll tell you this, anyway, them.
21-3.
There's a thing.
Miles better.
Yeah, the steady one weight, it's steady weights, then.
They've been cramming everyone up, they're peg for peg.
Yeah.
And it's just not been doing
No,
shit.
they'll all just
Yeah,
anyway,
not
ain't
been
they?
putting canal in or what.
Yeah, no, you have to share it out. It's look at draw,
It's
innit?
your difference straight away
That's
today.
it, it's just look at draw, innit?
Yeah,
But you have to have it spread out, otherwise you all just go into one area.
to keep it moving, aren't you?
Yeah,
Because I mean, we've dug all things out, took all undercuts out, they've
Yeah.
got nowhere to hide.
yeah.
And this is the biggest liar on venue. Biggest liar on venue, you. You're admitting to 10, I think he's got 15 plus.
The last in this section.
Well, they're winning it anyway, aren't they?
Not the point, is it?
Five o'clock. 8. Very good, Derek.
Absolutely. I think he's got too steady, mate, last couple of hours.
Yeah, the set fish quite well, hasn't it?
Whoa,
Whoa.
Hello, dog wide.
Get a pint of maggots in there.
Alright, well, that's
Oh,
where the
no.
best ones are.
F1.
Yeah.
We don't listen to you anymore, do we? Because you're moaning about morning.
Last in section. 26-8.
That's winning it, isn't it?
No.
What's
26-7.
what? That's second up now, isn't it?
Yeah, second.
Yeah,
that.
second.
There's a
Picture.
photo of it.
£10 he had. Told you, liar.
He's winning it.
That was a try.
there's more bites than we've had, hasn't he?
Yeah. I don't think I've got that. Be nice if I have, like, but I can't see it.
I'm going to be freaking last on leg here.
Good angle though, Derek.
Yeah.
I'm in 20s. I think.
Yeah, I would think so. Definitely.
Well, I'm dead. So we go.
I don't think I've got as much as them.
Well, we're doing all right.
Only for the first hour.
We could hear everybody saying that we're doing all
He
right.
had a 8 fish.
I'm winning it for the first day.
Like a freaking mermaid, one of them fish he had.
You get him out in front of you, no?
No, tight at bank. just on that on the same line.
Size of that, you can't get it out.
Tell what you want, aren't they? £13 of them, no.
It shows you around here, though, doesn't it? Did people want to, do you think they were de-waxed or they were...
They just get out of the way, don't they? They just literally get out of the way.
You've
Yeah.
got space because you can
Yeah.
people
Well, I don't think they're up there, me, I'm not sure.
No, I don't.
pushes them around, doesn't it?
Because there were no small ones there that there usually is.
Scales have gone off, just press finger,
Oh.
it should come on at the same weight.
Zero.
What?
You'll not have to zero them, just should come on at about £3, whatever buck it is.
3, 4, isn't it?
Should be 3.8.
3
That's
and a
it.
half, yep.
Oh,
27,
27.6.
6. Look at section 27, 6.
What did Derek get?
26, 7. You've got your number 1.
You what?
You've got your 1 point.
1 point.
Did all that in first hour, didn't you? Well done, mate.
That second.
Yeah. Baggers. 28, 14.
Oh,
These are 4. About 14 now. They were lucky there, weren't they?
Just a few little ones in here. I think one of them were a bit crooked on spine or something. But yeah, I caught 3 or 4 of them dobbing over here with double maggot. One at good ones under the bridge, yeah.
you know, if I walk across the bridge,
Yeah.
there, all clouds up like that.
Does it?
As if
what
they're
did you
all
say you had?
15.
22.4.
Oh, I'll take that.
that,
Danny's
heavy.
just done me. Cheers, mate.
Well done.
Yeah, you can do.
All right, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
It's fished awesome all the way around today with that.
Mate, when you think we didn't have a bite for about 3 hours, that's not a bad wait. Yeah. But yeah, you definitely need to have them round lake, otherwise they just go out that way, don't they?
Mate, I've said it for ages.
We found that in our winter league matches.
Swifties said it. Because it's a shallow pond.
Yeah,
As soon as you chuck them nets in,
yeah,
just woof. they're
yeah,
off. With an nose here,
yeah.
there's nowhere to go.
That's right.
I said that and all, I said I needed one more fish.
When we fish at Swanlands, if we're all fishing deeps, they all go into it shallows.
Yeah.
So you can't, you've got to have it spread, otherwise
Mate,
forget
in
it.
winter, and
Yeah.
you knows what? He fights Swifty. They knows Derek when them went ferry boat flood and they all come up here. They were getting 50 and 60 pounds in winter out back.
Are they?
Because
Yeah.
it's shallow, it
Yeah,
warms up.
it does, that's right, yeah.
6.12.
He's only Smithy, I think, that left early, weren't they? You were next to me at left, he only had a couple of little
What was
fish.
Smithy on?
This one here.
Oh, I didn't know he'd gone.
Yeah, he went about 2 hours to
Smithy
go.
out?
He had a couple of little fish, didn't he?
No. So he's not even back, he comes to fire by.
He told me this morning he felt didn't feel very well.
Alright,
He didn't know all the go early, Smithy.
yeah. He tried to catch it at bridge where are we, he went opposite side and like with me, he couldn't get a bite, and I think that kind of finished him off, because mine were going under and his weren't
Over
going.
the week,
Yeah,
Nick Scott won at that side,
yeah,
and Al Foster were at this side.
yeah.
And it was an open match, and Derek walked behind Alan and he went, did that extra section and stop
Yeah.
him from catching, and he did.
Did they?
Second biggest layer.
Which one's your cardboard?
Whale, you mean?
What? That one?
Yeah.
Whale.
Hey, these are nice nets. These are my nick these. Guns are not mine.
Ah, then he puts them back in bag all wet.
You me with that, you big horrible.
Yeah, then he chucks them back in bag, leaves them all wet for me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did them guru nets
I
aren't
hung
they?
them out
They're
on
nice,
post last week for this.
And everything else is
Look at that. You've done me with that, you big horrible one.
Good, that's fishing, isn't it, kid?
No, it isn't.
It is. Wait,
I bet you mine were 13.
20 odd
Got
pound
to a
like
beat.
that,
Mine was easy big one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're banging that
I
one.
fished, what, 16 metres?
Do you know what? As soon as I
hooked
hooked it, its head just lifted out at what, and it
Yeah.
didn't even know it were hooked, and then it just floated into me.
Did they?
Yeah. In summer, I wouldn't have got it in on that elastic.
That big one I got on the bridge, that one behaved itself, to be fair.
19 dead.
everybody's caught, haven't they?
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
But don't peg it like
Don't
this
peg it
again.
like, don't listen
wanna
to
pick
Nathan
out?
and peg it like this.
You're sorted it, but the pegs today,
Been
I would
spot
put
on.
them all, I would save them, put them all back in. Even
Yeah.
if there's only 10, put all 13 in and just draw from that.
Been alright, hasn't it? Everybody's
That's
had
how I would have pegged it.
Yeah.
18.
God, it should be with some room.
It is.
Can't be sitting on each other's knee.
No, no. He's
And then
pushing.
just when you fish next to Deddy, who had peg 17 on end,
Yeah.
he's a
Emptying it.
19 metre pole, so he just reaches everybody outside and outbeats you.
Yeah.
Nathan catching fish. Yeah, yes. Oh!
And skimmers are bang on, aren't they? Very nice.
$22.8. Closest without a lot of people today.
Photo. He needs a photo anyway, doesn't he? Yeah,
You got your section?
yeah, he needs a
Oh,
photo.
two of them skimmers up there.
Yeah, cover that face up.
I think Nave's going to clip me if I carry on.
If it were worth clipping,
He's going to
I'd
get a
clip him.
backhand on all that.
You
I
get-
might clip him.
You look at,
He tried this morning, didn't he? And that was sober.
you get them in.
If the keys are
I'm not lift up. It's too long.
Alright, Paul.
Well done, mate.
You could have smiled, mate, but never mind. Good try, wasn't it?
Is that's last one, isn't it?
Considering it's our first time there, we've not done bad at all. Danny, top job, winning his section. And I've just missed out on my section by 4 ounces, so I definitely need to phone a friend. Well done to all the framers. If you would like to use any of the floats that you see in any of my videos, go onto Facebook, like this page, I'll approve it. We post daily, £1.35 per float, £1.35 one-off delivery. You really can't go wrong. Top quality floats, get yourself there. And until next time, tight lines and Siddy.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment, so please leave your message after the tone.